Pisces, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Pisces, please. All right, Pisces, your energy is the Eight of Swords, okay? Your person showing up as the Three of Cups. They're viewing you as the Chariot card in reverse, Cancer energy. What you're not seeing is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And the final outcome advice, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, all right? And we see the Page of Swords. So Pisces, I feel like with the Page of Swords, some of you could have Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius in your chart. Gemini in particular here with this Eight of Swords. But I feel like you're watching this person. I think you're either spying on them or crushing on them or just trying to get more information while you're not quite moving towards them just yet. So I feel like this could be a crush or this could be somebody that you're dealing with loosely. The Three of Cups tells me you might be dating, maybe you've been on a few dates, or you're just really interested in this person, they're around you. But I do feel like with the Eight of Swords, something feels a little bit off, or you're feeling a little bit stressed about this connection. And you may feel like you're a little bit obsessed, or there's something here that you're not quite seeing. So I feel like you're still just trying to gather more intel, get more information. All right, the King of Cups, Pisces energy, tells me that you do have feelings for this person, but you're definitely not wearing those feelings on your sleeve, right? You're not wearing your heart on your sleeve, but you're very interested in this person. And I think you're also really in alignment. So you're not really jumping to conclusions. You're not jumping into anything until you're sure that it's really right for you. Now you're viewing this person as the Emperor. Now some of you, this could be your boss. But the Emperor is Aries energy. Some of you feel this could be a divine counterpart situation. But I think you see this person as somebody who's strong, strategic, passionate, exciting. They get a lot of attention. This person is resilient and also really sexy energy. All right. So you definitely see this person's worth and value. But you're viewing the relationship here as the Three of Cups. So again, dating, possibly. Maybe you've been on a few dates with this person. The Three of Cups also tells me that, you have fun when you're around this person. You probably light up when they walk in the room. Maybe they light up when you walk in. But the Three of Cups is still like a dating card. And I do think that you have some concerns here about third-party interference, which could be other options. The Three of Cups can also be, and we see the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It could also be an issue if you two work together. But I do think that this is a connection that brings you joy. You want to see where it goes. But I also think there is something that feels a little bit off, or there's something here that might be spinning you out a little bit. Now we see the Justice card, Libran energy. So they could be a Libra, or they could have strong Libra in their chart. So I do think this is somebody who's very well put together. I think this is somebody who's, more or less even keeled. But the Justice card is also about making choices. So I feel like you need more information about whether or not they're dealing with other people or, how they're feeling. Because the Justice card is the only inanimate object, the scales in the zodiac. And Pisces, you being so intuitive and so emotional, it can be hard to read this person is what I'm getting. And I do think with the Eight of Swords, there's something that you feel like you're not quite seeing, or something that might feel a little bit off, okay? And they're viewing you as the Chariot card in reverse, so you may not be fully giving to this connection until you have all the answers. All right, so we have build bridges, not walls. Everything you want is waiting for you on the other side of the walls you built. Let your guard down and let life in. So I do kind of feel like Spirit saying, it's important to be discerning, but, don't shut down just yet, or don't build, these heavy walls just yet until you have more information. So we see transformational relationships. Surround yourself with good people, and you'll find that previously unimaginable horizons will open up to you. Okay. So again, there's potential that this relationship can transform. I think you do want it to transform into something more. But Spirit's saying, just remember, keep good company, because, something here is going to open up for you. All right. And we see that you have a bright future ahead here, Pisces. There are no limits to what you can have. Believe in your dreams and success will follow. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we see the first steps. So to get ahead, you must take the first step, even without knowing the outcome. Just don't stay where you are. Okay, so just don't stay stuck, and don't spend too much time in the head space, Pisces, because we can, too much time in the headspace, noise, all that noise can create illusions and uncertainty. So it's about like forward movement, getting more information, talking to this person, watching their behaviors and things like that. But you do have a bright future ahead. So whatever happens here, there are good things coming to you. Now, the Three of Cups tells me that this person is around you. I think this person is somebody who has a happy disposition. I feel like you watch them interact with others and you like what you see. And again, a lot of you're casually dating this person or thinking about it. Now, the Six of Cups in reverse tells me that this person may still be stuck on something from the past. Now, that can be an ex, or it can be something that happened to them in the past, or maybe even something that's happened between the two of you. Now, the Nine of Cups in reverse tells me that this is something that has left them feeling like emotionally hungover, or emotionally drained. Okay, so you might be dealing with somebody here who's unhealed. Even if they give off a sort of balanced disposition, I do think behind the scenes they're still reacting to something. And, it could be someone who was around for a good time, not a long time, that left them feeling drained or even heartbroken. But we need to be careful because this person might not be ready for a commitment. And we see the Ten of Pentacles. All right. So this person knows their worth and their value. I think, this person probably wants a commitment. They're looking for something solid, stable, and secure. But I also do feel like there's a possibility that although they may want this, they may not be fully ready for it. All right. So with the Chariot card in reverse, Cancerian energy, this person, there could be distance here, Pisces. I do feel like they're around you with the Three of Cups, but this could also be that there's like a considerable distance to see each other, to drive. There might be like a long drive. But the Chariot card in reverse can also be emotional distance, or they feel like maybe you're not giving emotionally, or you're not moving towards them. All right, they see you as the Eight of Wands, so they have a lot of focused intention on you. They might know that you're quite focused on them as well. I do think this is, you check a lot of their boxes here. The Judgment card in reverse, this person may feel like they can't trust their judgment quite yet about what's going on here, because the Chariot card in reverse and the Eight of Wands in the upright is like there's a lot of communication, but there's like it's not quite moving forward. So with the Judgment card, I feel like this person is also trying to get a read on you. That's Aries, Scorpio energy. And the Hermit card, Virgo energy. So they see you as very wise. They see you as enlightened. They see you as awakened. They see you as somebody who pays attention to details. But this Virgo energy also tells me that I don't know, it's like they don't know if you're looking for a relationship or not, or they always kind of see you on your own. So maybe they feel like they need more, they need more information about you. All right, they are very physically attracted to you with the Ace of Wands, and they are looking forward to some sort of new beginning. But I do still think this person has some healing to do. Now, none of us are going to be perfectly healed before we move into, another relationship. That's not always the case. I mean, sometimes it is, but, it's not always the case. So I do think Spirit's telling you here to just, take your time, move slowly, take your time getting to know this person. All right, let's see, what do we need to know about them? The Lover, so great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. I do think this person is very, very physically attracted to you, Pisces. All right, and we see Messiah energy coming out in reverse. But an exaggerated belief that you're the only means through which a cause can succeed. So again, this person may be somebody who's very, very highly independent. They may lack a little bit of humility at times, because I do feel like they do get a lot of attention, Pisces. All right, so something to be aware of. All right, let's see how they're viewing you. Detective energy, voyeurism or falsifying information. Now, I don't think that's the case, but I do kind of feel like this person isn't fully trusting their judgment. They're not trusting their judgment, because I think they see that you're focused on details. You check a lot of their boxes, but they're not sure if you want to come forward, that you want to move things forward. They see you as kind of holding back. Okay, and we see that they feel like you fear intimate union, or you don't want to take the next steps here. Interesting. And again, you may have some fears around this connection. And what we're seeing is behind the scenes, we have this Three of Pentacles in reverse. There is some sort of third-party interference. And now maybe this is because you work together, or maybe this is your boss, or maybe you're their boss. But I do feel like there is some sort of third-party interference here. All right, third-party interference, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this person, pay attention to repeating threes. This person is holding back because they're still not fully healed. And they feel like they may have missed an opportunity with someone. I don't think they're over this just yet, Pisces. And this is where I think you need to be careful. Because again, I think this person wants a relationship, but I still think that they need to work through this hurt and this heartache. And I kind of feel like they're not over someone. And if you feel like they're very focused on you, I just want you to be careful, because they may feel like, this may be that they like the attention they're getting, or they might be somebody that doesn't like to be alone. So the Ten of Cups in reverse is like, date this person. Don't skip any steps. Don't rush into a relationship. Date them. Get to know them. The Page of Swords. Okay, there may be something that you're not seeing. I'm still just getting with this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Get more information here. Go slow. The Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is looking at a potential new beginning, but I think you need to not rush things. And like I said, I think you need to see how much space you're willing to hold for this person. It may be a little bit of a winding road to get to this new beginning. Tower energy in reverse. Take your time. The Tower in reverse tells me that there's still something that needs to be let go of here, Pisces. And it feels definitely like it's on their end and not your end. So if you take your time and you move slowly, you're going to see if you should move away to avoid disaster, or can you hold space for this connection and see how it unfolds organically. We see the Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior, so they've been through a lot. I do kind of think they need a little bit of a break, and I'd be careful for those of you where there's potentially like a rebound situation here, because I don't think this person is fully healed from what they've been through. And like I said, they have a lot of worth and value. It's worth seeing where this goes, but you may not want to shut down your other options, or you just might want to hold space for them and see if they can meet you where you are, if they can give you what you're looking for, okay? Because I just see there's a red flag here about them not being completely ready, not being completely over someone or something from the past. And if you rush into things, Pisces, you may not get what you want. You may even end up getting hurt, okay? So we see spirit babies. So this to me is like a very Six of Cups energy. So I feel like for my Pisces, a lot of you, there's a strong soulmate connection. There's something sweet here. All right. But in your face, third party. Yeah. I think that third party energy is there. And a lot of you probably already know what it is, or they've brought it up. Okay. And this person may be a bit high maintenance. So that's another thing that you want to take a look at. Because it may be a lot of work here for you. And, although the right person, the right relationship, it's worth putting in time and effort, but, is it going to be too exhausting for you? I'm not sure. All right. So I feel like the main takeaway, Pisces, is like to take it slow, to not, skip any steps. Don't get too emotionally invested. Don't act like, the husband or the boyfriend or the wife or the girlfriend before you know where this person really is as far as healing. Make sure that this isn't just a rebound. All right, I hide my feelings. I definitely see that. It's time for me to heal now. Yeah, so this person still has healing to do. And it was my fault, but I blamed you. So Pisces, I could see this person very well saying, you know, I feel pressured, or creating fights or arguments and things like that. But it's really because there's something within them that hasn't fully been resolved. So I feel like you need to watch out for that. Okay? And you need to be prepared for this to not necessarily be a connection that becomes something long term. Because I still think they have some healing to do, but it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to hold space for them and see where this goes. Okay? Let's see what Spirit's messages, advice, and guidance are for my Pisces, please. Obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. Now, that could be you, because you showed up as the Eight of Swords in reverse. There might be something that feels off, or you might find yourself, worrying about this connection. And I do feel that way because, again, they might get a lot of attention elsewhere. You might know about this ex. You might be wondering how they really feel. Again, I also feel like this person is maintaining balance, but they're not fully telling you everything. Yeah, so one person is giving too much in this relationship. So make sure that's not you, Pisces, okay? And try something you've never done before. So there's passion and there's attraction, but I'm also seeing that you can hold space for someone without putting your life on hold. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we do see, and this is confirmation for me throughout this reading, that unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement here, Pisces. Okay, so you've been warned. All right, and if this message isn't resonating with you, do check out your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I also like to check out my North Node when I'm dealing with a soulmate situation. All right, so we have your advice here is let it go. You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. So again, if this is something that you're realizing is starting to lower your vibration or has you constantly in a reactive energy, then it may be something that you need to let go of, or at least let go of your tight grip on this. For a lot of my Pisces, this is the work your person needs to do. They need to let go of something because it's not allowing them to be fully present in their life, and especially in this connection with you. All right, and so we have choice. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition. Eliminate everyone else's input. And feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now. Yeah, so there's a big choice to make here, Pisces. Okay, but again, it doesn't have to be made today or tonight, right? But, it's time to decide which path you're going to take and trust your intuition with that. All right, my lovely Pisces, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.